Good day guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to draw brows. So first of all, the brows I want to draw is beginners. This tutorial is for beginners because I'm using a beginner's pattern to draw. But as a professional, you can also go through this and then still use the same pattern and get your perfect brows. So the first thing to do is you carve your brows. So as you see, I'm done carving my brows now. So the next step you take is to draw your brows. So when you are drawing your brows, you pay attention to your brows. Seeing the way I'm holding my pencil, and I'm being very careful. That's the same thing you should do. Be careful when drawing your brows, and don't be distracted too when drawing your brows. Draw your brows and then give it a perfect and defined shape that you want. Then when you are done, you go in with filling in the brows. Please, when you are filling your brows, fill it the way you brushed the brows, and then be very careful too. Do not make your brows too dark. It's not always fine. Just draw your brows depending on the shade of your client's skin, and then give her a fine shape too. Do not force arc on a client brows that doesn't have arc. Please. A lot of makeup artists do that, but please do not do that. So train yourself to that point that you draw a brow and it comes out fine. So when you are done with that, the next step you take is to conceal your brows. Please, when you are concealing your brows, use a good concealer, and it should be one shade lighter than the client's skin. Like you see what I'm doing, it's one shade lighter than her skin. When you are concealing it too, please also pay attention. You can spend your time working on brows. It is necessary because you want a perfect look, because your brows and your skin work is the main cocoa in makeup. So you pay attention when drawing your brows and when concealing your brows. As you can see, I'm not rushing. I don't rush. I'm just taking my time to make sure I get that desired shape I want. Then when you are done with concealing the down part of your brows, you go in to conceal your upper part of your brows. Then you use your client shade of foundation to conceal the upper part of the brows. Please do not use the one shade lighter than your skin that you use to conceal the down part to conceal the upper part. Change the color of the foundation, the shade of the foundation to the client skin, the client shade color. Then you take your time and conceal the upper part of the brows. Conceal and give it a well-defined shape that you want. Then when you are done with this concealing, you then start blending in your concealer. You blend it in a way that will come out smooth. If you use a good concealer, you won't have stress. It won't really stress you to blend in your concealer, and it will go into the skin. As you can see, look at what I'm doing. It's really going into the skin and it's blending properly. Then when you are done with this blending, you now use a dry powder to also blend in. She's not going to wear a makeup. She isn't wearing a makeup. So you have to make sure you blend it in a way that she can go out with this without wearing a makeup to cover other parts of the place you put your concealer and foundation. So you use as shade color, that is a dry powder, to blend in the down part, and also blend the upper part of the brows too. You blend it to perfection and make sure that your brows is well detailed, well defined and fine. Then look at my finishing now. Have you seen the finishing of these brows? Is coming out so beautiful and fine. So I would love you to do this too. Try it in your own house or your studio, and then you see the difference in it. Please, if you've watched to this point, I would love you to like, I would love you to drop your comments or your suggestion, and then see you in my next class. Thank you.